conversation. We ended our conversation with you asking, how do you believe?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
How do
yeah,
you
man.
believe?
Well, but, I mean, you stop and think about it. Obviously, we don't. Obviously, I'm not sure we know how it is that we do that. And of course, if he has told us to do something,
Right.
and we got to figure out what it is he wants us to do, uh, that says volumes.
That you see, and that's the part
See,
that
that says volumes.
it does, because when you think about it, back to the science, because we're in that series at this church we go to, but you know, science is man's attempt to explain how God does things. And if you sit and think and you ask yourself, did anybody teach you how to believe? What'd you say? Right, right. We, we started out so well.
What it
There
is,
you go.
it's the connection. It's the connection.
Right. Okay, you out again. There you go. You're back.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm completely disconnected.
oh, you took it
So
out.
I took it out, but I'm let me do. Let's see if I can do it like this, where this won't be moving. How about
I can hear you. Oh, now I can't. No, I can't hear you no more. Yeah, you went out.
that's a major change?
Right, right.
But I think James says don't, don't don't do favoritism.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what he said. No favoritism.
Right.
We're in his world.
Hmm.
Go ahead, buddy.
No, you were talking. You just didn't come through because I said, at what point in your life did somebody have to teach you how to believe?
Right, and the question is, uh, us in our fallen states are always in the process of trying to create something.
Well, yeah. But
It's like if I'm depending on the person that knows, why do I need to know?
Mhm. Right.
That what does believe mean?
But that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, what does believe mean?
Right.
Do I is there something I need to do on my end, or is that just a simple amen?
Right. But that's what I'm getting you. I'm saying to you, when did you get taught how to believe?
Yeah, and that's what I can't remember.
Exactly. You can't remember it
I can't
because
remember.
you didn't get taught that.
Right, I didn't get
So
taught.
I know that and that's why I'm getting at. Nobody taught me how to believe. No one taught me. You know what I
Right,
got taught? You know what I got taught? I got taught from God. See, God was teaching me and I was believing it was God. I trusted that what I was receiving was God, believed in it, I trusted in it, and then I obeyed it. Right. And those three things that like you can't separate: trusting, believing, and obeying. You ask the question, well, what does it mean? Or how did you? I don't know how I learned to do. I
Right.
just knew what it was that I was hearing was God. I knew that because God showed me a vision. He showed me a vision, and he showed me this vision of me. And I don't know if it was when I was sleeping or if I was awake, but this is when I was like 16. And he showed me that I wasn't a part of this world. This is God communicating to me before I was set off onto this path of believing. I was
Right.
hearing this. You
Right.
are not of this world. Like I wasn't even, I had to have been 15 or 16, had to have been, but he's like, you're not a part of this world. There's another world that you don't see. This was before Christ. This was before I had knew about walking in faith. I saw this vision, and it was like a light, and this vision and this light, this being was telling me there's another world. What in the world? Like, I didn't know what to do with that. I knew not what to do with it. But then you know what he sent me? He sent me Gabe. And I shared this story with Gabe. I don't know if he remembers, but I was over my cousin Freddie's house, right across the street from my grandma. And I was standing on the porch, and Gabe pulled up and he dropped somebody off, one of the grandchildren off, probably Cody, I don't know. And then Montravis was with him and he dropped him off. Because he was married to D. And so I'm over there and he was like, hey, Court, come here, let me talk to you. And I was like, all right. It's like, what do you want to talk to me about? I'll talk to him. So I walked up to him, and you know what he started reciting to me? My vision. He just started talking, and I was just listening to him. And then I wasn't listening, but I was just hearing him.
Yeah.
But then he made a comment. He said, "There's this world. There's this world that you don't see that you know you're a part of, that we're a part of as believers." And he didn't say believers, but he was just talking
Right.
about clergy. He was talking about saints and all of that. And when he started talking about this world that we can't see, my antennas went up. I said, wait a minute. I just had a vision
How you know?
that this ride, I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? When he started saying that, I was like, wait a minute. This man in this vision was sharing this with me, and it was a big bright light, and I couldn't see the person's face. I just heard what he was saying. And then when Gabe started telling me this and telling me about this world and telling me, it's through Christ and all of that, I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe this is real. So I started exploring it. So I started going to Gabe's Bible study. And I would listen to him in his Bible study, and everything he was saying made sense in the Bible study. Now, I was trying to read the Bible, but the Bible never made sense. I started when I was 15, and I talked about it in my book.
Mhm.
It didn't make sense. But then when I started pursuing something outside of what I saw, things started opening up for me. Why did I start pursuing something outside of what I saw? Because I wanted something else.
Yeah, and you became aware that there was something
But,
else.
but, but, but you know what was happening? God was turning on
Right.
the light. And as he began to turn on the
He
light, I
was
began to
doing
look.
he was doing his things, and you were looking.
And I began to look like, oh, it's a light over there. What's that? What's that over there? I started exploring his draw. He was drawing. I became curious. And as I became curious, it became more and more clear. My curiosity hasn't ended, but it went from, I don't know who this is to, oh,
Yeah,
this guy.
got gotta be.
It's nothing other than that. It's God. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It wasn't me. right? I didn't conjure it up.
Right.
And Gabe didn't know I had a vision. God just sent him to me to be a witness that what I was hearing wasn't just something that just came passing through my mind. No, it was something that he had manifested in somebody else that I knew about. I knew about Gabe. Me and Gabe didn't have a relationship, but I knew he was married to my cousin. He was married to my cousin, and and then later on, I found out he became a preacher. But I don't think I knew he was a preacher when he started talking to me.
Right.
I don't think that I knew that, or maybe I did because I remember Dee started like witnessing and talking and stuff. But when she would, it was in one ear out the other. It's like I knew her, so it was like, you know what I mean? And it
I
was
hear
weird.
you.
And it
I hear
wasn't
you.
and it wasn't even like I knew her that, oh well, she's changed. No, it was that even in her changed state, I still knew her. So it struck me as shocking to hear her talking like in a manner of trying to tell me about the Bible. It was shocking.
Right.
And I probably shouldn't say that it was, but it was. Was. It was like, huh, that's different. Because when the other day when I heard you talking, you weren't talking like that. Now you talking
Right.
like that. That's different. Okay. No judging, but just
Right.
it
I hear
just
you.
didn't hit home. But when he started telling me, not that it was him, it was just what God, the witness that God shared
Right.
with me through him. Yeah, man, and it resonated. And then I started like going to his Bible study, like I said, and he would share stuff and I could hear it and I saw it. And then I would go home and read and I would see it. And the Bible just started like opening up to me. I started hearing and I started seeing. It started making sense. Like, and I'm like, and this is what's crazy. I'm like, man, Lord, how do people come in his Bible, read it, and come out the same? Threw me off. Like when I saw what I saw in the scripture, I was like, wow, this is us. That was
Yeah.
the first thing that I realized. This is a book. That's the first thing I called it. I remember telling my cousin, he was a year younger than me. I said, man, cousin, this is a book of life.
Right.
Like you think it's a book of rules. No, this is a
Right.
book of life. And I'm talking about life of people that was on earth. It's evident. You can't go in there and not think it. I'm like, how did you go in there and come out not thinking that, dude, we the same? This is just we're just duplicating everything that has already happened. How 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 do you go in there? And it was just like this was me at 16. And then as I continued to grow, I started to understand. And so, not addressing the question, but circling back to the question, how do you believe? You just do it. It's a choice. And I remember saying that last week. Like, you make the decision to believe the information that is provided to you. And if you go in there and you choose not to believe it, it's only because of one reason. You prefer a lie. And as you continue to see this through from people and throughout, like it makes sense. Why would I want to be in the light, right? Showing people who I am if I prefer the lie. I prefer the lie. Then this is what's crazy. Knowing I'm not going to be here long, I still prefer the lie.
Love that.
Why? Because the lie just is better? In what way? In what light? Like I can't want to be a billionaire above being a believer. I can't because the billionaire is only going to be a billionaire for a finite amount of time. It's not going to last long. If it's I heard a song and listened to a song today. The guy said 10 minutes with Jesus or a billionaire. Oh, that decision is cake. He chooses 10 minutes over being a billionaire. Just 10 minutes with Christ over being a billionaire. Why? Because with Christ, it's infinite.
And it's real.
It is. A
It's
billionaire is
real.
finite. It only lasts while you here. Like I don't like how do you get your mind so this is what I'm saying. How do you get your mind so caught up into being something that you know ain't gonna last? And then I was listening to a podcast with Steve Harvey on there, and he was talking about becoming wealthy because he had been broke. He had lived in his car or whatever before he became a big time, comedian. And he compared it to doing 100 push-ups. He said, not everybody on earth can do 100 push-ups in a row. Not like doing so many pausing and then doing so many. He said, no, 100 in a row, 1 through 100, not stopping. He said, because by the time you get to 50, your mind telling you, hey, quit, quit. Then you get to 75. Then you get to 80 and your arms shaking. You, your veins popping out your head because you're so tired. But you keep going. You keep going. Then he said, you finally get to 100. And then he said, then you got to hold it. You're already tired. You're worn out. And he compared that to becoming rich and staying rich. Isn't that something?
Wow.
That sounds like a lot of pressure. Staying
And
rich.
that's what it is,
Exactly.
especially when you're surrounded by thieves.
Exactly. So you know that you got to do everything in your power to keep it. You can't get relaxed for 1 second
Mm-mm.
because you would
Somebody,
lose it.
somebody's after it.
Somebody is after it. Isn't that something?
And I mean, isn't that what they advise people that win lotteries? You better find somebody to try to lead you to guide you to keeping it.
You see what I'm saying? You got to work extra hard to keep it.
Right.
I'm like, no, thank you.
Yep. Yep. But
But you,
that's
but you
but
get
that's
the,
the lie.
that's what I'm saying.
That's the
So
lie.
how do you
And I
go?
get and what's equally astounding is the fact that the vast majority of people are pursuing the lie.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just pursuing the lie. Attracted to the lie.
Exactly. Preferring the pleasures. This is what some, because during this talk about science and how God uses science and talk about all of these scientific terms again, man's way of explaining something God has done. And they talked about first week was dopamine. Well, the first week was science and God and how he uses it. Then the second week was dopamine, and then last week it was oste osteosis or something.
Wait a minute, what's dopamine?
Oh, you never heard of dopamine?
Brain,
It's a chemical. It's a
right
chemical that is so-called chemical released in your brain
in your brain,
that
right,
that makes you chase after satisfaction
right,
in a sense,
right,
right? And so the satisfaction is this other drug they talk. I can't remember the name of the drug he talked about. It's basically your like this sexual fetish that you
right.
get from sex. And so the dopamine makes you crave this other chemical that's released after you have sex. So he talked about that. And that's a whole nother thing. When you think about that, you have this pleasure for whatever amount of time. And then after that, you done. Then you gotta rebuild. And then it gets so watered down to where you have to or more or less force yourself to do it, or it's you're being forced to do it even if you want it or not. Because it's like a drug. You're addicted,
Yep.
right? And now,
That's why you look at our society today, everything is evolving around a drug.
exactly,
A drug.
exactly. And he talked about how did he put it? Because the other guy the week before even mentioned this, that you have this place where you're normal, where scientists call, okay, you have a normal. But then when you get addicted to the thing, your normal is lower than your,
Right.
because it's not like, and what my cousin used to say is
It's always
chasing the first
chasing.
high.
Right.
This is what the chasing
Right.
the first high. But the
Right.
first high was something you had never experienced before.
Right.
It's not even chasing your first high. They call it that because it was how the release of these chemicals in your brain, so-called scientifically explained, man-made
Mhm.
release in your brain to where you wanted that feeling. You wanted that new feeling. And so you know what you do? You spend time with one person and oh, okay, all right, I've had it. Then you go to another person, and then it's because it's a new high. And then it's
Right.
like, oh, well, now I gotta go to another person.
Right.
But the amazing part
And
is you don't
so,
it's the new
and you
thing.
live in life that way.
Exactly. It's just the new thing. It's the new car. It's the new
The
clothes.
newness, yes.
It's the new perfume or new cologne. It's the new
Right.
place. It's the new house. It's only the new. But
The
the
new
new,
place to shop.
exactly, the new place to eat. Same food. They
Right.
serve the same food as the other
Same
place.
food, right.
And but it's that newness that you're chasing that's drawing you because the other thing just got old. So you're never satisfied. And that's the thing, right? That's the part where this lack of satisfaction is the drive, but nobody is looking at it and calling it that because we just want that. And this is what's crazy because if you look at any sports player, they're chasing something they already have experienced.
Right.
And
And
it,
they're
and
trying to repeat.
and then this is why, if you think about it, this is why sports athletes now can't repeat because they don't have the power to manufacture a new renewed newness for that
Right.
same thing. Don't have that. They're like, oh, we did it.
When
It
they
was
get
all
to
right.
and when they get to 100 push-ups, they're done.
Exactly. I don't need to do them anymore. I did it. What's the new thing? What's next? So they don't, like they say, a team repeating. It's difficult because we are a more unsatisfied generation because we prefer the next new thing, the next new
And we
thing,
constantly looking for the next
next
new
new
thing.
thing. Clickbait, clickbait. Like social media has watered down entertainment.
And when we step into the reality of God,
When you step into that reality, it's a truth that satiates. Like I can't, how can I look at the world the same way?
hey, yeah,
Can't. I can't look at any type of thing that gave me pleasure in the world the same way. Food, sex, clothes, cars, money, whatever thing. I can't because it's only a means to an end.
right.
It's only a means to an end. I'm not here to have it for forever. I can't hold on to it. And even if I tried, the Lord's like, ah, yeah, it's time for you to give it up. Okay. All right. And
Yeah,
you're because the pursuit is him.
right.
And it's not because he's so
And
mysterious.
there's an awareness.
Yeah,
There's an awareness. There's an awareness when you arrive.
it is.
There's
It,
an awareness when you've arrived. And it's just like what I've been hearing lately is if I'm always everywhere you are,
yeah,
then you always in my presence.
exactly. You can't leave.
See, and it's those kind of truths. It's those kind of truths as you put them together or recognize that's
Hmm.
no one of them truths. That's
Yep,
no one of
yep,
those truths.
yep,
And if you come to the conclusion, like I did this morning, God knows, that makes him God.
yep.
I don't. That makes me not.
Right. Period.
And so there's just him.
Yeah, yeah, and we understand that.
Right. We grasp that.
Yeah, yeah, it's just him. So I can't waste time pursuing something he doesn't have me on the course pursuing. For whatever reason he wants to use it, whatever reason, because I can't find myself here trying to gain something that I know is minuscule.
Right.
It's minuscule. It's it's vain. And when I don't say it vain to be in I don't say that precarious. I don't say it or loosely. I don't say it loosely that it's vain. I'm saying it in a manner that to provoke you to think, guys, it's not going to last long. And I'm not saying you gaining it and then dying. I'm saying you gaining it and then you're like, ah, what's the next thing? That's how I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Like the show I talked about the other day, Friends and Neighbors and Friends, where rich people spend so much time and effort to get valuable things
Right.
to when they get them, they devalue.
Right.
It don't even matter. They
Yeah.
have so much an abundance of it. It doesn't matter. So why do you want it? Why do you spend so much time and effort trying to get it to only get it to not value it? It makes no sense. Makes no sense. So it's like, what are you chasing
But they
really?
think they have direction when they're going after it.
But no. And then it doesn't matter. But the fact that just the fact, think about the fact of it all, that you're spending so much time to make
And
so much money to get so much valuable stuff
to
to only
not
devalue
to end up not valuing it.
to devalue it. It doesn't matter. Oh, I got 300 of those. And then
And that's
someone
why and that's why the collections are always huge.
huge, huge,
The houses get so big,
big.
you gotta have a staff to direct you around it.
Exactly. You don't even know what's in it. Oh, I didn't even know I had that. Huh. But
That's
just that,
it. And that I compare that to living in a mansion and living in a tiny house.
right, right.
Why am I choosing the mansion?
Exactly. I'm not gonna value it. I'm not gonna appreciate it. So then it's not,
Why that exercise?
you see what I mean? It's not a matter of
I got a grandson who's buying his first, I think he's 20, 21, 22. He's buying a home.
yeah.
Terrorist son.
Mhm.
He's gonna buy a home
Right.
because he just has to buy a home. And you sit there and you say to yourself, why?
Right.
For what purpose? You done lived 21 years.
Hmm.
You've lived 21 years uh, as you have, and the idea of buying a home never surfaced until now you have a job and you think you're making some money.
Hmm. So invest in a home.
Right. My
It,
wife said, my wife said he's probably gonna look for a wife next.
well, yeah. Then he gonna have babies.
Wow.
And that's the cycle.
It is.
That's the cycle of life.
But it's a cycle of attaining and discarding,
Exactly.
attaining
And
and discarding,
discarding
attaining, or as you put it, valuing it,
and
devaluing.
devaluing it. And and it goes back to the question, how do you believe? There is this grand dissatisfaction that is in us because reality is so much more grand. Nothing compares to God. Nothing. Nothing does. See, when Adam and Eve were in the garden, they had such grandeur that they've been chasing that since they got kicked out, trying to get back to that place
Yeah,
where everything was laid out, land was perfect, food, everything was immaculate, no pollution in
and
any
no glitches.
form. We communicated with the animals, with the reptiles, with the insects. Everybody had their place. They weren't jumping on you, trying to bite you. They knew you were human, knew you were not the food. Now everything's out of order. They think you're food, they biting on you.
Right.
They don't know if they want your food or you. So
You
they in your
want
face and on your food and back and forth. Which one? I don't even know. They both smell good, but they so big I can't eat either one of them. Well, I might try. And then you call them the pest. Oh, they're such pests. Animals, same way. Some things are cute, other things not so much. Oh, what is that? Oh, get it out of my yard. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh. We've been trying to get back to this place of norm of us and all of the things understanding what we are. They know their place. Can't get back to it because that satisfaction was trumped by a desire to be God. We can do it better. We can do it better. How are you going to do it better than this? Now we see that we can't do it better. So we want a fake world now,
right,
a world that we can control digitally,
right,
remove all the glitches,
right.
put everybody on a computer, control their everything. Now nobody's moving, nobody's talking, everything's virtual. It's a virtual reality that we can control. And hey, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. That's the Garden of Eden. Except it wasn't virtual, it was actual. Didn't have to worry about anything. How do you believe? Choose to. See, you don't want to choose to because choosing to comes with a price.
Yep.
You got to leave you
Mhm.
See, there's these satisfactions that we still have that God may be like, I don't want you to, that itch to be scratched. And you like, well, why not? But I want it to be scratched. See, there's that sin nature that Paul
Mhm.
described as a being. But I want it to be scratched, though, Lord. Why don't you want it to be scratched? You don't want that to be scratched, Lord? Why not? I mean, I don't want it to be scratched, so you should want it to be scratched. Then you go scratch it. It's like, oh, it felt so good. Ah, it felt so good. Then you go do it again. Oh yeah, it felt so good. It felt so good. I think I'm gonna just keep scratching it. You don't mind, do you, Lord? And then what happens is you get further and further away from God that you can't relate because you're so fixated on your scratch
Mhm.
or your itch that needs to be scratched. And now the itch has consumed you. You don't ever stop, whether you do it or not.
Hey,
Scratch it or don't scratch it. You can't get rid of the itch. You don't even know why. Matter of fact, you so consumed by the itch, you done destroyed everything. You broke now. You destroyed your family. You lost your house. You're looking raggedy. So now what you getting to scratch the itch ain't as polished as it used to be. It's a little woolly. It's creating more itch. It's creating more itch.
that's it, Corey.
Well, because you preferred to have an itch scratched when you wanted to, as opposed to when God wanted it to. This is why you fast, which is why people don't understand why we fast. It's because it puts our bodies, physical bodies, in a position to where it has to know we relying on God at all times
Yeah.
for all satisfactions,
Yes.
not for some, all,
Oh,
all. And until you understand that both mind and body, spirit, like yeah, Jesus said the spirit is willing, it's the flesh that's weak. When
that's
you
yeah.
understand that mind and body fasting, whether it's fasting from entertainment, looking at things, choosing to not look at things, choosing to not consume things, choosing to not be consumed by things, like you said, you're no longer a fan, but to him. Because what it does is it takes your attention away. And in
Right.
some cases, it takes it away to a point to where you like, yeah, not now, right? Not right now, Lord. You know the game. You know the
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
oh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I mean,
You know the
and
game, oh.
well, but you have to be still long. You have to be still long enough to sense that
Right, right.
that we're the one that's picking and choosing to acknowledge these itches and all this
Exactly.
other garbage.
Exactly.
I tell you something. I tell you something that I'm learning now and right now. The pain of arthritis.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can even bow the knee to that
Right.
and let that become a pursuit
Yep. Yep.
or not.
Or not.
And it's the idea of that can't be my God. That can't direct me.
Right.
I can't serve it.
Right.
And it's that reality. it's that reality that I'm trying to grasp now. Uh, how how to testify to the truth of that,
Yeah,
because that's irrespective. I mean, that's like whether I'm a millionaire or not.
yeah,
What they got to do with it?
right.
And then all this fandom, that's just chasing these highs,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Those exhilarated feelings
Yeah.
because your club won or your club lost or whatever.
Hey, doesn't do anything for you.
Right,
It's just this dopamine release. So
right.
scientists want to call it.
And a lot of money spent.
Whole lot of money and time wasted.
Yeah.
Whole lot of money and time.
With doctors, they're still dangling out solutions
Yeah,
and they don't know what the problem is.
they don't because they're practicing medicine. They tell you that practicing medicine.
Y'all ain't got it yet.
No, but y'all still getting paid though. Still getting paid.
Now the big hullabaloo is about this new microscope, not microscope, a new telescope.
Oh, they got another one?
NASA's building a
A new one.
mass, yeah, a new
But
one.
dude, they done built one already. Hubble.
This
Hubble made
and
allowed
this,
them to see
this going a
so many
million times,
galaxies.
a million times more than Hubble.
Hubble. What is it gonna show
And
you?
that's a perfect example of what you're talking about.
Hey, dang, dude, you already seeing way out there. Can't get there, but you should see way out there.
And you can't do nothing with what you see.
Nothing with what you see, but do some type of scientific explanation, some mumbo jumbo.
That
That-
only a handful you can even read.
Yeah, exactly. That is only gonna make sense to you and two other people. For what reason?
Yeah,
Because they want to see God. That's all. They want to see God, but they think they're gonna see him from Earth. You're not gonna see him
they're gonna see
Earth.
him from their vantage point.
Exactly. You're not. You're not. You're not gonna see him.
That's not gonna
You
happen.
you you get in that book, you'll see him. You'll see him. Get in there. Not looking for you, not looking for excuses, not looking for satisfaction, looking for God, and you will come out of there seeing God.
Right.
Clear, clear. Not looking for explanations, reasons to explain. That like this is what I wanted to say earlier. When we first came into the ministry, there was this pursuit, and it was a babe pursuit because I was a babe. I didn't know. So I chased the milk. And then I thought I had gotten older and I was like, oh man, I started chasing the meat. So I thought.
Mhm.
So I thought. And then I became seasoned. Been
Oh
in
yeah.
this thing, I mean, 10, 12, 15 years now. I'm in my 30s now. You know, I've been in this thing. So
You're
I,
really in there.
I'm a vet. Nah, now I'm a vet. I ain't even saying in there.
Right.
I'm a, what they call them? I'm an elder. I'm an elder, brother. As an elder, you don't say you in there. You say that when you on fire
Right.
and just
Right.
learning. I'm in there. Nah. When you're an elder,
You don't say
you don't
nothing.
say nothing. People come to you for wisdom, and then you depart or impart all of this wisdom, and they're like, "Oh, he's so
Yeah,
wise."
you become Nicodemus.
Exactly. A little pompous, a little haughty,
Right.
right? But even in that stage, there was this. different level of my
right.
understanding being opened.
But it was just, yeah.
See
But it,
what
but it,
satisfied
but we turn everything into the same thing
exactly, but that's what I'm getting at. What satisfied me then couldn't satisfy me
now.
in my 30s.
Right,
And what satisfied me in my 30s
right.
doesn't
Not going to
satisfy me
satisfy you in your
in my
40s.
40s. But what I'm learning is this. I'm learning that what we thought to be true in our 20s, what we thought to be true. And this is what truth doesn't evolve. No, it is the picture became clear and it's continuing
That's what happens.
to unfold what I thought to be true then. And I'm learning, just as scientists learn with their studies, they're like, wait a minute, I ain't know nothing.
Right.
See, and
You end up with a perspective.
that's what I'm getting at. You get in there and you get all of this perspective,
Right.
and then now you think you can start becoming scientific, explaining what God meant, explaining why God did this, explaining. And see, this is what I'm saying. Early 20s, late teens, early 30s, late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s. I'm seeing a different pattern. All because I'm not looking at me. See, it takes a lifetime to stop looking at yourself and thinking you got something. When you ask me what you got, nothing. Have nothing. Whenever God says turn something on, I turn it on. Turn it off, turn it off. Listen, listen. Don't listen, don't listen. But what I'm learning is this. It's him. That's just it.
Completely him.
Period. Just him. Just him. Just God. Just God. We get too caught up into trying to be something. Like I listened to all of the old clergymen, all of them. They all had it was all of them explaining. No, you can explain, 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 and then it gets old. And then it's like, oh yeah, we've heard that before. Heard you explain that before.
Mhm.
Heard you say that before. Oh man, he's preaching that again. Oh, he ain't got no new revelation.
Mhm.
Oh, is he not listening? What I'm learning is that when you get caught up into that system, when you get caught up into that system, your well runs dry. Now you got to start fabricating revelation.
Yep.
You got to start getting creative.
Yeah, you gotta keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, that's when you start getting all into this foolishness, this worldly stuff, doing things that that it just bizarre. It's bizarre now. Pouring ketchup on the Bible. Like the Bible is just a book, but pouring ketchup on it, what does that do for you? To say, oh, this is how we treat it. But I'm saying though, what does that do? How does that really get your point across? Other than making you look foolish. That you went, not that the Bible is some pristine thing. No, it's just a book that pages, you can burn it or whatever you can do. You can throw it in the trash. But it's the fact that you spent all that money on this book to pour ketchup on it. Tell me what you just did. What point was made there? You wasted money that was coming from somebody's tithes to pour ketchup on a book to make a point to somebody about how they misuse God's word. Really? All of that for that? You could just tell me that. I'm either going to choose to believe it or not. We're getting too complicated into what
Now
God is
we
doing.
now we try now what we're trying to do is to be God.
That's what I'm saying. What God is already doing. When
Right.
I step in the way
It's been
and
done.
get into place, this is what I'm with my explanations and how does it nobody teach me how to believe, and here it is, me some however many years believing, still believing. Never been taught. No, and I've never been tested either.
I ain't went to graduate school.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody has tested me on my belief. Now you know what, Corey? We're gonna run a belief test on you. See if you pass. Never. It's just been me choosing to believe that God
Yeah.
is,
Hmm.
and I'm not. Just him. Just him.
He is the reality.
He is. And we
Pure and
all know it.
simple.
We
Yeah,
we all know it.
right. But the question is whether we will yield to that reality.
Right. Or do we want to get our scratches and itches on
Right.
our own? We want to do it on our own. I'd rather do it on my
We'd
own,
rather
Lord.
be we'd rather be self-taught, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'd rather do it on my own, Lord. I'd rather do it on my own. It just feels so good. But it don't though.
But we want to be in control.
You know what I mean? Right.
See,
But
we
it
want to
don't
be
though.
we want to be in control. And
Right.
and
But it don't feel so good though. And
right.
people can say that and they're just lying. But you just want to be in control. It don't feel so good. It feels good, yes, but not so good to where you just like, oh, I gotta have it, life or death. It don't. Food ain't that good. Food is good, but it ain't that good. It's not.
But you made an interesting statement at the beginning.
Hmm.
We find new restaurants to go eat the same food.
Same food. Same food, brother. Same stuff. Chicken, salmon, beef. Chicken, salmon, beef.
Yeah,
Some turkey, some duck,
you're right.
some other fish, sea bass, whatever.
But
They got it
whatever.
over there too.
We got to change it up.
Just a little bit. Oh, well, they cooked it. They using the same seasoning.
Right.
Same seasoning. They may cook theirs a little longer, theirs a little shorter. Somebody may be in between. Same stuff. It was all good, but it wasn't good enough to replace God.
And some charge more and some charge
So I'm
less.
charged less. You know what I mean? But it's not good enough to replace God. It's not. Not even close. That's cake. This or God? God all day. Billionaire or 1 minute with God. 30 seconds, 1 second. 1 second. I'm choosing 1 second because I'm going to be with God forever. So if I'm down here 1 second with God over being a billionaire for 100 million years, that means it's going to come to an end. I don't want to end. I want to always be with God. That's, I think, is the point of
Yeah.
differentiation.
Right, right, right. That's the whole issue.
Yeah, I don't want to end. I want to
It's
be
not
with God
it's not
forever.
it's not seasonal.
Yeah, yeah, I just want to be with God. Just him. Just him.
I love it. I love it, Corey. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
That is good.
yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Hmm.
Like you say, when you realize that you're hearing him,
Yeah,
and then he'll march in the witnesses.
right. He will. I will.
Man,
Yeah,
just him.
just him.
Bigger than the universe,
Yeah,
bigger than the billionaires.
right.
And these jokers is running all over the world
Yeah,
so they can grab the satisfaction of being one of a few.
yeah, yeah,
They got to produce their own evidence.
yeah. Right, right.
They had to produce their own evidence.
Yeah.
So we had things like World Cups, and
Mm-hmm.
so you can assert yourself and
Yeah.
pat yourself on the back. I'm in there.
Yeah, brother. Hey, hey, Spain won. We number one this year.
Right.
We're number one this year for this day.
Ooh,
But it means nothing.
it really does.
Nobody's talking about it anymore. They got a week, maybe not. The Knicks got a week or two, maybe not. But nobody cares anymore. On to the next thing.
But they're on to the next thing.
On to the next thing. Oh, LeBron went to Philly. Okay, talked about it for a few days. Who cares? What's next? The algorithm. This level of satisfaction and dissatisfaction.
I saw somewhere where they're saying that the investigation into Kawhi is going to
It's gonna
go
go
on
into next year.
into
Yep.
next year.
Right. Because the parties won't agree on how the settlement will
Yeah.
be dissolved.
They can't make up their minds about what the spank on the hand looks like.
Right. Because parties keep saying, oh, well, we didn't do nothing wrong. And then, well, because you prefer the lie
It's
over
true.
truth.
Right. And
Everybody can,
that's how it manifests itself in those circumstances.
exactly. Because a blind man can look at that situation and say, eh, yeah, something wasn't right.
But now didn't they trade Kawhi?
They tried. It ain't work
That's right. Yeah, that's right. They tried
because
to
Toronto,
Toronto to
they not,
Toronto.
that's just that stipulation. Think about that. Tells you you're guilty. If you put a stipulation in the trade clause that we won't be held liable if the NBA finds he was wrong, you're gonna have to. Why would Toronto agree to that?
Right.
We not the ones who did it.
Right.
Y'all did. That tells you right there that you're guilty. So how are you saying you're not? It doesn't make sense.
But that's their club. I mean, that's their little high,
It is. That's that virtual reality
right?
they can live in and control the narrative.
Right.
It's not
But
real.
in the meantime, you're not gonna win this coming season.
You sure aren't. Neither team.
Neither one of 'em.
Neither team.
And some of your fans gonna get tired.
I mean, well, they already tied. On to the next thing.
Hmm.
Fans aren't fans anymore. It's about what's next. That's the
Right.
thing. Your social media has watered down everything. What's
It,
next?
boy, it has.
What is next?
It
You're
really
just
has.
scrolling. You're just scrolling. What's because it's so much. It's so much. And you can find yourself scrolling. It's like on the cartoon where he keeps pulling out. the yarn,
Yeah,
and it just never ends.
it never ends.
It just keeps this on a loop. Something new from billions of people, like multiple things. Like, imagine just how much content that is. Even if you just had 100,000 influencers, but them jokers are putting stuff out hourly. And then you have stuff that's been out for
It's being re,
years
it's being rehashed and
that you just and ain't even got on
re, re,
your reel
re,
yet.
re, recycled.
It
Yeah,
hasn't gotten to you yet because you got so much junk you got to go through.
that you got to go through. Yeah,
Then you finally get to something that's like, man, this has been out for years. Wow, how am I just seeing this? Well, because there's just so much content.
there's so much stuff out there, and everybody's making money.
Well, you may think that, but not everybody's making the money. But everybody making content because they want to make the money. Everybody's pursuing it, but not everybody's making it.
Right?
I still don't understand like how people are making money from it. When if you do the math on it, it's like, yeah, somebody's lying. Somebody's lying.
But that just encourages more lying
It does.
because lying sells.
Right, because it doesn't make sense for
Lying sells.
right, it does. Because
And boy, you can chase that stuff, chase like you say, and come end up finding out, oh, this is old.
exactly. Right. You sitting there sharing and they like,
I've been in this rabbit hole so long.
right. You sharing it like it's new, and he's
I
like,
just
oh
now,
yeah, I done saw this.
yeah, I just now figured out it's a rabbit hole.
Right.
Boy,
Because people are choosing the lie. The lie never satisfies.
right.
You always got to be it always has to be in another portion or another segment of the lie because it never satisfies. Never satisfies.
You got it.
So you said you're no longer a fan of anything but him.
That was the monumental decision I had to make today.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just wasn't difficult.
It is not.
It just wasn't difficult
It's cake.
because
Like,
you realize because you step out of a shadow.
yeah,
Well, you not step out of a shadow, but some light is shown, and
yeah, yeah,
those two can't exist. The shadows and the light can't exist.
yeah. It's
They
it's
can,
it's like I said, there isn't this sense of believing like I'm guessing. No. And it isn't even a believing like, you know, I met the entity God like yesterday. No, I
no.
didn't meet that light that passed by Moses, or Yeshua didn't reveal himself to me standing like he did to Stephen when he got stoned. No,
Mhm.
no, none of that. But the evidence that's not seen, it's so concrete
Yes.
within me. I know. And I'm like, I used to pray when I was 50, 60, when I was, what was I, 17? I used to pray, God, manifest yourself to me. Show me yourself.
What?
He never would. He never would. I was 17. That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Because I'm 17 and you wanna be like what you see or read in the Bible. That's because you want that validation. That was for me. I wanted the validation that God had selected me, that God had chosen me out. So other folks would know, hey, I got validation. See what I'm saying? The, the,
Yeah, I
the
hear you.
lens, the
I hear you.
lens. Why?
I
Why?
hear you.
I don't I don't need that validation from people.
Right. And people can't see God.
Right. Because when he's pulled you out, he don't care if you got God in you or not. It's what can they gain from you.
But that's
And it ain't
all they,
yeah, it ain't always them gaining God. It's just what can they gain.
what can they gain?
Whether they're looking at how you are a great speaker or they're looking at, oh man, I know him, I'm associated with him, he's so smart, everybody's so attracted to him, whatever. That it's just being in that association makes you feel some kind of way because you're in association with them. Just like being a celebrity and you're in associate, oh, I met such and such. What does that do for you? Oh, I got such and such autograph. What does that do for you? Nothing. But then you get among people, they like, oh, you try to prove and show them that, and then they like,
Right.
oh man, hey, they praising you, or they like, oh, I don't care, so what? And that was me at 17. But God has shown me since that He's shown me Himself numerous occasions. And I'm like, hey, ain't nothing you can do, dog. There's nothing you can do. Say, the enemy knows it. Nothing you can do to pull God out of me. So he tries to pull me to God, and I'm like, well, how you gonna do that? What you gonna take? You know what I mean? What are you gonna take
Yeah,
from me
yeah,
to
yeah.
make whether you think
You already figured out that God is bigger than you.
that's see what I'm saying? Like, dude, you can have all this stuff if that's what you're thinking. You can have the stuff. Well, I mess with your health. It's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
the same thing.
it's the
It's not.
same thing. You got
It's
it.
it's not on the same level of as Joe, but it's the same thing.
It's the same.
Okay, let
It's the
me mess with
same
his
issue.
health. Let me mess with his family.
Right.
Let me mess with his spouse. It's the same thing.
Same old trick.
He gonna curse you. No, I'm not. I'm not. So now what? We at a standoff now? Like what we doing? So you get to this place where you realize that, and I'm not out here to validate or get validation in any aspect of my life, then it's like, okay, now what? Now I could just sit and be with God, and I can get this, and I can get this information on spot, on site, as the young people say, on site, getting it. God just pouring it in me, and I'm seeing it like, man, Lord, I see it, and walk away, and it. He just continues to download more information as I meditate on it.
Mhm.
Last week, man, I just meditated on that because we allow the standards, the rules, and the regulations, and us trying to meet all of that rules, all the standards. And the only person I need to satisfy and be satisfied by is him.
It's him.
I don't
It's
need
him.
validation. I don't need validation, Lord. You don't have to validate me. You've already justified me with your blood.
Yeah.
Mm,
You already done that.
it's done. We good.
I was the one that was slow finding out.
Exactly. Boy, we good.
Yeah, I was the dummy,
Yeah.
and you poured all that into me.
Right.
What do I have
Mm.
that I didn't receive from you?
Hello. Hello.
Wow, wow, wow. You know it's after eight, Corey?
I do. I do, brother. We started late though, so
Yep, we did. Sorry about that.
no, you good.
But no, see that's man, what the things that and I sit here and I say to myself, the things that I've gone through over the past 7 days
Mm.
or whatever. And we sit here and sit in God's presence together
Yeah,
and always come out, we good.
right.
Bless his name.
Yes, sir.
Bless his name.
Mm.
I told you Terry's getting ordained Saturday.
You did. You did.
And
Hebrew Israelite.
I'm gonna refrain from asking him what itch he's scratching.
Right. Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, brother. You be running down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. No point of going. God's got him.
God's got him.
God's got him, and you just pray that people come to that realization.
That's it.
That they come to that realization that there's none else.
None else, brother.
There's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Nothing else. Nothing
Nothing.
else. Else.
Boy. So you